Hello Sisel Nation, and welcome to video 5 of your Sisel Office training series. And today's going to be all about reporting in your Sisel Office. Now, if you ask anybody who runs a successful Sisel business about reporting, they'll tell you that it plays a key role. You have to know where you're at, where you've been, and where you're going to build a successful organization. And that's going to involve looking at and analyzing numbers every day. So we're not going to spend a ton of time on this video today. The most important thing you need to know is how to access your reports, which is in the Organization tab on your main menu. It's also important to know how to report, which we covered pretty thoroughly in the previous commissions video. Now, what I want to do today is do a quick run through of all the reports that are available and to point out a couple of additional features. Now, when you click on Organization, it will default to this personal downline report. However, I want to show you something in the menu dropdown first. If you click on the dropdown, the first option you'll see at the top is Enroll New. Now, all this is another way of accessing your replicated site, which we went over in the second video of the series. If you go this route and then click on Enroll New, it will literally take you to your replicated site straight to the start of an enrollment flow. Now, this is a great option if you're at an event and you have your back office already pulled up and you're wanting to enroll a new prospect on the spot. But again, this is really no different than pulling up your replicated site on a browser and clicking that join button. It's just a different route. So let's go ahead and go back to Sisel Office. So back to the reports. That default personal downline report shows you who you've personally sponsored, their placement level, their PV, rank, and their previous auto ship date. In the My Customers report, we have anybody under you who is enrolled as a preferred customer. It gives you their basic information and the day they started. In the Downline Rank Advancements report, it shows you which distributors in your downline have achieved a rank advancement in a given month. If you want to change that month, click the Select Period dropdown and choose your desired month. The Downline's Orders report simply shows who in your downline has ordered what and when, and how much PV. In the Downline's Auto Orders report, it'll show anybody in your downline who has an auto ship. It will show the total price of their auto ship, the total PV of their auto ship, and which day during the month their auto ship hits. The new distributors list shows which distributors in your downline have enrolled in the last 30 days from the day you run this report. This is a great way of checking to see who in your downline might need a little bit of extra help and a little bit of extra mentoring as they're starting out their own Sisel business. Now, the recent activity list is something we went over in the Sisel Office homepage video. The bottom right widget in the homepage displays a few of the most recent activities in your downline. When you click to expand that widget, it takes you to this page. The Wealth Builder report is a valuable report if you are building a Wealth Builder organization. It shows you who is on your Wealth Builder team, what position they're in, and on which day they enrolled. And finally, we have your Frontline Downline Volume report. Now, every individual and every team is a little bit different with how they do reporting. We would always highly recommend to get with your teams and especially get with your leaders to get a better idea of how to do your own reporting. Also, don't be intimidated about getting into these reports and playing around. I promise you won't break anything. One other thing in the organization section that I want to show you today on your menu dropdown is the Unilevel Tree Viewer. Chances are you will use this a lot as your organization grows, and essentially this gives you a visual snapshot of what your organization looks like. The tree viewer itself is down here on the left. Since I'm using test accounts, you can see that my organization is not very big, but this will start to look a lot bigger and a lot more complex as your team grows. There is a handy key at the bottom to help you know the meaning of certain colors and symbols. If you want to make a placement in your tree, there are step-by-step directions for doing so. If you feel like you're having difficulty with making a placement, you can reach out to your leader or to Sisel Customer Service for help. And that is it for your Sisel Office reporting.